Hi. Well, I have a great question. I'm actually going to read the question because it'll be much easier to understand. So this is from a client who lives in a southern climate where it's difficult to wear darker colors, three quarters of the year. Scarves in multiple layers are always too hot, which I can imagine. She's a rose tone summer. Um, and so she wants to know how to blend her dramatics, which are richer in color, with lighter, cooler colors. And yeah, and she wants to talk about blending and contrast. And she wears a camisole under a top, but she doesn't want to wear a third layer. Well, I can understand that. Okay, so the first thing is I want you to notice what I have on today. I have on my skin tone and my white. I am somebody, you can see my palette, who has a pretty dark palette. I'm a dusk summer. However, I cannot do high contrast. So you will never see me in, I just want to show you this. You'll never see me in my formal neutral, which is a very dark aubergine, and my white. It's just too much for me. And it is for most summers. And actually, let me just say this as a general rule. Unless you're a winter, you're not going to wear your darkest neutral with your white. You may, but very, very rarely. And it depends on the person, but generally that's going to be true. So how do we work with that in the summer? Well, how I do it, because I'm medium to low contrast, even though I have dark hair, is I use my skin tone and my white a lot during the summer. It's beautiful. And it feels really feels lovely to me. It feels soft and it feels summery. So let's talk about the way to use these things in the summer. So I want you to have the idea, let me just pull these together. Okay, that these could be considered. Now, right in the middle is my eye color, which is green. Your eye color might be dark, but your eye color might also be a light blue or something like that. In that case, you could keep these and think about this for the summer. This is how I blend my summer. So skin tone, my white, show you this. My casual neutral, which is not really my white, it's just a soft color. And if you're in a southern climate, your casual neutral, for some people it's a light gray, for some people it's a beige, but for all of you, your casual neutral is what I consider your summer neutral. So that's one piece. The other question she asked is, how would she blend this with her dramatics? So I'm just going to show you with one of my, well, I could show you with several of my dramatics because I have a few. She could blend, or I could blend, let's just talk about this, my skin tone. Yeah, there we go. I could blend my skin tone. Let me find the other one, please. There we go. I can always blend my skin tone with and my whites with my dramatics and with my support colors. That's going to work great. Now, maybe I might not do my white with this darker color because, again, I'd have to check for my contrast and see if it feels like too much. But in general, that's going to be fine. I could also mix it with let's get this, my support colors. Oh boy, a lot of stuff here. I could also mix it. And again, I have a dark palette, but I could also mix my skin tone with all of these colors and they'd be beautiful. And the other thing that you can look at, so these are my dramatics and my support colors, which are not as exciting as dramatics. They're a little less color. But let me show you this. This is my, hang on, I'm getting it. Okay. This is what we call a subdued color. It's near the end of my palette. It's not quite my eye color, but it's a really soft color. It's also not a neutral. These would be beautiful. And so would my white and my casual neutral. So that would be the way I would make the change. Now, the other thing that I want to say about somebody who is a summer or an early spring, well, actually most light springs, somebody who is a light autumn, you're not going to have a lot of contrast. At the most, it would be medium, low, medium, and then low, because you have a lot of blendedness between your hair and your skin. So there's not as much contrast. And so that always, for me, determines how much contrast I'm going to have in my clothes. So I hope that was helpful. And if the temperature is high, do not worry about wearing a third piece. We talk about that often when I'm talking to people putting outfits together. You wear, your top and your pants and your jacket, always a jacket, and then necklace and stuff like that. But I promise you that if the temperature is like 90 degrees, you can release the third piece. So thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.